right, let's go to Jaron in San Antonio. Jaron, is that how you pronounce your name? Hello.
I'm Karen with Ion Solar. Wait, I'm not trying to sell you solar right now. Okay, so the reason I'm calling is because I believe in God,
Okay.
but I don't think he exists.
Okay.
It's
Are we
like
talking exists in
my
the
heart
physical
wants
sense
to
or the
believe
spiritual
in
sense?
God, but my mind says no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Is there a specific God that you believe in, or just the concept of a God in general?
The Mormon God, the LDS.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is a big one. Okay.
I know all the stories.
Okay.
I know how, Joseph Smith married a child. I know how they didn't have blacks in their church. I know how Joseph Smith translated a book wrong.
Yeah. Mormon's a hell of a story. Man, that's a hell of a story.
It really is.
All right. So you say it's kind of a mix right now. You're feeling, I think, a lot of cognitive dissonance. So right now your head's telling you one thing, your emotions, maybe the part of you that is holding on to the indoctrination is telling you another thing. What can we help you with? Can we help you? Are you looking for?
Are you looking to be pushed one way or the other?
Right. Do you just want to? You want to talk about the proofs for your God?
I go to where the evidence leads, and I guess I really hope for it to be true a lot, because the ones I love, everything.
And that was going to be my next question. Is it when you're questioning your beliefs, do you feel in your heart that I want this to be true because it makes me happy to believe it's true, or do I want it to be true because I feel guilty that I don't believe in it?
I don't feel guilty that I don't believe in it.
That's good.
That's cool. That's good. I
really don't.
Okay.
I live a wonderful life. I love to have the hardest things in life. That's my goal. And
are there specific aspects that you're having a hard time letting go of, or is it just the idea in general?
The idea in general, mostly because my family it's everything, as I said before, and
Have you discussed this with your family at all?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and how do they feel about it?
Well, they obviously believe much differently than me, and it's really weird, but I say, like, I believe it, but then I don't think that the God exists to them as well, and it's like they're really supportive.
That's excellent. That is especially
true
in
for
family.
them.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's
so
wonderful.
Can I ask, because I'm hearing a little bit of a duality here, and I'd like to see if this is something that I'm picking up on correctly. Because on the one hand, you said you follow the evidence where it leads, right? And you're following the evidence. But it also sounds like you're going where your family is. And you're using family and where they are kind of as that guide to where you can go. So is that, do you think that those are compatible, or do you think that maybe one is better than the other?
I think that following the evidence is really good. I really like that. It's hard to say which one I think is better. I mean,
is just are you finding reasons to also think and believe in evidence that God is real, or is it just I don't want this to not be true?
I just don't want this to not be true.
Are you new in exploring your beliefs? Is this something that's, like, say, been with you last year?
I actually have been to the Atheist Experience headquarters quite a few times.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
They're an angel.
Oh, very, very
They're an
cool.
angel.
So that's news,
nice to
news
talk
to us.
to you again.
Yeah, right.
I forget your name.
Jen V.
Huh?
Jen and V.
Jen
and V. Yeah.
Jenna and
No, Jen. We're not going to get me in.
Jen.
This happens all the time.
There is also a Jenna.
There's a Jenna.
Yes,
apparently.
this is Jen, and
Yeah, I knew
There's a
there
lot
was
of
a
Jens
Jenna.
and Jennas in atheism. It's freaky.
So
So is that who's the other person?
me, I'm V.
That's V.
V. Oh yes, I know you.
Yeah.
So it's more of just I want it to be true because I get that, family kind of
Oh
tradition.
yeah. No, and when I was deconverting, I wanted it to be true too. I had nights where I just wept because I felt like I was losing something beautiful. And it's not something that a lot of people who deconvert talk about, is that grief and that wanting for something to be true. Because as bad as certain elements of religion are, and they're numerous, and we talk about them most on this show, but there are some really comforting things about religion, right? There is that element of community and certainty, and
And it's
how things work, and that things are being looked after by someone who's all powerful, and you don't have to
it's
worry.
this guiding figure that's been with you since childhood and teenagers and adulthood that you're now separating from.
Right. It is the end of a relationship, even if the other person never existed
There is
in
a
the first
mourning
place.
period, yes.
Right. So I think that what you're feeling is completely understandable, but I would caution you against giving it more weight than what your brain is saying to you, because there's a reason that you don't believe it anymore. Can you give me an example of something that maybe started convincing you that this wasn't real?
Well, there's a lot of things. Just mainly the concept of a God is hard for me to understand. And there is one thing that really is interesting to me, though, from the Mormon faith.
Mm-hmm.
The Book of Mormon, have you ever heard, according to, what is it, like typography, it is written by more than just one person, and it doesn't appear to be Joseph Smith who wrote it by typography.
Okay.
That's what we use to figure out who wrote a document.
Who wrote what?
Who wrote, right.
Is by typography, and it doesn't point to Joseph Smith
It's
for
not
some
adding up,
reason.
yeah.
Right.
Which is really interesting.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much
But-
expected if you look at it from, the point of view that this was a creation of a group of people.
I was raised Catholic, so
Yeah,
I mean,
that's my thought. I'm like,
Right.
everyone
well,
believes in
then
rights.
there's also his friends that he's been writing it with, and then they've been putting their words together and combining it to be really weird. So typography probably can't even tell you who it was.
when it comes to weighing, though, I can get I have anxiety, so I can get lost in my head endlessly, and it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm just working myself up. And what I like to do when I come down to a decision of should I go this way or that way, I write it out. And maybe that's something to try is, set up a list of what my brain is telling me and then what my heart is telling me, and then compare the two. And when you're able to look at it on paper and just kind of see it in black and white, it's easier to balance the scales.
Yeah. List making. I'm down for that.
List making. Yeah, it's easier to rationalize because you're not getting sidetracked off with the trying to run the list in your head and then the other list comes in.
Right.
There's
also I mean, this might be a dumb thing to bring up, but there isn't really a head and a heart, right? The thing that your heart is telling you is also your brain.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's
your
just
emotions.
it's
and
your brain fighting with itself right now, and that's always uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I think you're on the right track, and I think that calling into the show kind of shows that you're on the right track. The fact that you've been here shows you're seeking real answers. So I would say.
Well, I love the challenge.
That's good. That's usually how it starts.
Yeah.
That's usually how it starts.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I think what I would suggest based on what I'm hearing from you today is to continue to follow the evidence where it leads, because I think that that's a good strategy.
Yes.
I would get behind that.
And it's not going to happen overnight.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
So don't hold yourself to a timeline that
Yeah.
other people are, whatever your decision is, don't hold yourself to it. Well, you have to pray and come back tonight. Or
No,
you have to read this book and see that, this is the right way, and you have to do it by tomorrow, right? Like, this is going to be a process that takes as long as it needs to take.
For some people, it takes their whole lives to
Yeah.
sort it out and work through it.
Yeah.
But I can speak from experience and let you know that it does get easier.
Yes.
As you start following that
Yeah.
evidence and as you start really making those decisions to incorporate certain facts and certain truths into your worldview, it does start
I'm happy
tipping
with
that
it taking
scale.
as long as possible.
Good. I
fun
like that
ride,
you're pacing and you're not like,
but-
I have to come to this conclusion immediately because then I have to assign myself to wherever I need to be.
Right. And the
Yeah.
fact that your family is supportive is also very, very
yeah,
good.
seriously.
So
And-
keep asking
But
questions from
anyways,
them.
if you're ever thinking of LDS heaven, it's actually a really cool thing, kind of.
LDS
It's
heaven
like
confuses the hell
instead
out of me.
of there actually being a hell, it's more like you are where you want to be.
I'm in Tennessee, and let me tell
You're
you, that
with
is
the
hell.
people.
So I guess I'm participating in the Mormon version of hell. Okay.
I'm going to say that sounds like a supernatural episode to me, but I'm a nerd.
We should totally write this into the show right now. Be like, hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Jerome, anything else?
No, it's been great talking to you.
too.
I look forward to coming back.
Yeah, awesome.
Definitely.
Get out
Definitely.
hitchhiking a ride or taking
Library is
someone.
usually open 7 days a week. Come on.
Yeah,
We
come
usually
on,
have
hang
somebody's
out.
here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, have a good rest of your day.
Thanks for calling.
We'll see you then.
Bye.